rough as the granite and gray as the moss, far from the gain and the winter's loss. The skin of the cedar is a map of the years, holding the laughter and holding the fears. A wooden shield, sturdy and strong, where the secrets of the forest belong. Ancient bark and a wooden shield, to the power of the nature I will yield, protecting the life and protecting the grace in the forest, warm and hidden space. Touch the grooves and touch the lines in the architecture of the grand design. You can feel the winters and feel the heat, making the story of the tree complete. A monument of patience, a temple of the old, in a story of life that is brave and bold. Doesn't change when the fashions go, watching how the seeds and the spirits grow. A sentinel of peace, a sentinel of light, in the victory of the morning over the night. Ancient bark and a wooden shield, to the power of the nature I will yield, protecting the life and protecting the grace in the forest, warm and hidden space. Wooden shield, ancient bark, leaving a deep and a lasting mark. A million leaves are drinking the light, making the air so fresh and so bright. The forest is breathing a rhythmic sigh under the dome of the open sky. A sacred inhale, a sacred release, in the harbor of the green and the harbor of peace. Forest breath and the emerald lungs, speaking in 1,000 silent tongues. Cool is the wind and fresh is the making the heart of the human whole. The oxygen flows like a river of grace through the forest warm and hidden space. No smoke of the city, no dust of the road, lightening the weight of the heavy of the grand design, a cycle of life that is steady and deep through the waking world and the world of sleep. Forest breath and the emerald lungs, speaking in a thousand silent tongues. Cool is the wind, fresh is the scent, everything's beautiful and heaven sent. Lungs, forest breath, the victory over the winter's The sky is a wash of a gentle gray, washing the dust of the winter away, tapping so softly on the window pane, the rhythmic music of the April rain. Birds are drinking the silver wine, waiting for the morning sun to shine. April tears on the soft awakening, the old bonds of the ice are breaking. Feed the roots and the thirsty ground in the most peaceful rhythm I found. The world is turning a vivid green, the cleanest air that I've ever seen. Every drop is a promise of a flower in the magic of the rainy hour. I'll sit by the glass and watch it fall, listening to the spring's quiet call. The sky is awash. The sky is awash. The sky. Sky is a washout. Ooh, the sky is a wash. Soft awakening, tears ending the silence of the thousand small suns in the emerald sea, waking the spirit of the honeybee. A dandelion doesn't need a garden wall to stand so bright and to stand so tall. It's the gold of the poor, the treasure of the field, the finest crop that the earth can yield. Dandelion gold in the meadow sun, the race for the spring has finally begun, turning the brown into the world much higher. Soon you will turn into a silver ghost, a fragile traveler to the distant coast. But for now you are solid and you are bright, drinking the heat and drinking. I'll sit in the middle of the yellow tide, with the peace of the valley by my side. Hope that is brave and bold. Circle of blue in the heart of the land, held in the palm of the forest's hand. The water is deep and the water is slow, carrying the stories that the mountains know. And as your stillness perfectly clear, the most musical silence that I can hear. Deeply and the edge of stillness, nature is the soul's only business, reflecting the sky and reflecting the trees, resting in the rhythm of the summer breeze. The ripples are gone and the surface is glass, watching how the clouds and the eagles pass. I'll sit on the bank and I'll watch the blue, finding a spirit that is honest and true. Everything's balanced, everything's right, in the middle of the mornings as you lie. The water is ancient, the water is new, in a world that is honest and world that is true. A liquid reflection, a vision of grace, on the valley's quiet and waking face. Deep lake and the edge of stillness, nature is the soul's only business, reflecting the sky and reflecting the trees, resting in the rhythm of the summer breeze. As your stillness deeply for the beauty's sake. Parachute of the silver and white, catching the glow of the morning light. The dandelion is setting its children free over the forest and over the sea. floating seed on a current of air, floating in a peace that is everywhere. When travelers and the floating seas, nature provides for all of our needs. Light as a feather, graceful and free, teaching the world how to beautiful be. They have no worry, they have no plan, smaller than the eye of the busy man. But they catch the glow and they catch the grace on the planet's wide and eternal face. I'll watch the motion, I'll watch the fly as the hours of the afternoon go by. Every speck is a promise, every speck is a life. Away from the struggle and away from the strife. A journey of hope, a journey of light. In the victory of the morning over the night. When travelers and the floating seas, nature provides for all of our needs. Light as a feather, graceful and free, teaching the world how to beautiful be. My boots are heavy on the dusty ground. In the quietest rhythm I finally found. The path is a line through the emerald sea, the only road for a person like me. Wandering slowly through the shade and the light, in the victory of the morning over the night. Forest path and a wandering soul, making the spirit of the human whole, far from the noise and far from the rest of my life complete. I follow the trail where the deer have been, in the temple of the emerald and the green. No need for a map, no need for a guide, when you have the forest and the peace inside. Every step is a prayer, every step is a prayer, in the valley's old and eternal space. The horizon is wide and the horizon is blue, in a vision of nature that is always new. I'll stay on the track and I'll feel the glow, watching how the spirits and the seasons go. Forest path and a wandering soul, making the spirit of the human whole, far from the noise and far from the street, making the rest of my life complete. Wandering soul, forest path, away from the world and its winter wrath. Seven 700 songs of the green and the blue, a journey of spirit that is always new. The sun is rising on the edge of the world, every secret of the universe unfurled, a golden horizon wide and so far, under the light of the morning star. Eternal dawn and a golden horizon, the most beautiful world I've set my eyes on, connected by life and connected by light, in the victory of the morning over the night. The cycle is turning, the cycle is one, under the light of the moon and the sun. The river is the rhythm, the wind is the tune, in the middle of the morning. eyes wide and eternal face. In the valley's old and eternal space, eternal dawn and a golden horizon, the most beautiful world I've set my eyes on, connected by life and connected by light in the victory of the morning. The stone is a giant, reaching so high, carving a line in the azure sky. The walls are the pages of the history book, where the spirits of the valley finally look. A mountain fortress, sturdy and strong, where the secrets of the eternity belong. Granite walls and a mountain fortress, finding the peace and finding the purpose. Solid and steady, ancient and wise, under the dome of the mountain skies. Doesn't move for the wind or the rain, existing beyond the reach of the pain. I'll follow the path where the cliffs are steep, where the echoes of the centuries quietly sleep. A perspective of stone, a vision of grace on the mountains old and eternal face. Small are the worries and small is the man in the middle of the nature's eternal plan. But we are a part beauty we see in the boundless world where the spirits are free. Granite walls in a mountain fortress, finding the peace and finding the purpose, solid and steady, ancient and wise, under the dome of the mountain skies. Mountain fortress, granite walls, where the spirit of the nature calls. Before the sun has broken the tree, the world is as quiet as a world can be. But every leaf is wearing a gem, from the tip of the blade to the base of the stem. Morning dew, silver and bright, waking from the shadows of the heavy night. Liquid light in the morning dew, a world that is honest, a world that is new. Everything's fresh and everything's clean. The most beautiful morning that I've ever seen. The spider's web is a diamond net, where the silver drops are lingering yet. I walk so softly through the wet green, feeling the spirit that is always seen. It's a temporary treasure, a liquid grace, on the morning's quiet and waking face. The sun will come and the mist will go, watching how the spirits and the seasons grow. But for now I'll drink in the cool and the light, in the victory of the morning over the night. Liquid light in the morning dew, a world that is honest, a world that is new. everything's clean. The most beautiful morning that I've ever seen. Morning dew, liquid light, waiting for the day to be bright. The sun hasn't broken the edge of the hill. The meadows are waiting perfectly still. A blanket of white on the tender grass, waiting for the shadows of the night to pass. The dew is a pearl on every blade, in the beautiful world that the silence made. Morning mist on the dewy meadows, chasing away the winter shadows. Breathe in the damp, breathe in the cold, watching the morning start to unfold. The world is a mystery, hidden and soft, with the clouds of the earth floating aloft. I can't see the path, but I know the way, in the quiet birth of a brand new day. The grass is wet against my boots, waking the soul and waking the by the light of the sun, we are kissed. is all its own. The moss is a carpet, thick and so green, the softest texture that I've ever seen. Water is dripping from the granite roof of nature's patience. It's a living proof. Mossy grotto and an emerald refuge, safe from the world and its city deluge. Damp is the air and soft is the glow, watching how the water and the seasons go. Step into the shadow, step into the gray, leaving the heat of the sun away. A sanctuary for the fern and the vine, in the architecture of the grand design. No sound of the street, no sound of the crowd, just the drip of the water, never too loud. I'll stay for an hour in the velvet cave and be the spirit that the silence gave. A milestone of peace, a harbor of grace in the forest's dark and hidden space. Mossy grotto and an emerald refuge, safe from the world and its city deluge. Damp is the air and soft is the glow, watching how the water and the seasons go. Emerald refuge, mossy grotto, peace is the only forest motto.
The forest is busy with a different sound, twigs being gathered from the mossy ground. A tiny architect with feathers of blue, building a home that is honest and true. In the hollow of the oak where the dark is deep, the dreams of the next generation sleep. very still as they work with a passion and a tiny will. Nesting birds, a music far beyond the words. Pink snow is falling without the cold. A story of beauty that never grows old. One by one, they land on the stream, like fragments of a fading afternoon dream. The air is scented with floral light, taking the heavy from the winter night. Oh, sakura drift on the petal path, gentle escape from the winter's wrath. Flowing away on a warm spring breeze, dancing between the cherry wood trees. Pavement is covered in a velvet lace, a soft invitation to slow down our pace. I'll walk in the silence where the colors bloom, banishing every shadow of gloom. It's a short-lived glory, a delicate show before the green leaves start to grow. Oh, sakura
Sakura drift, petal pad. Sakura drift. Seasons give that finest The pink snow is falling without the cold. The pink snow is falling. Ooh. The pink snow is falling. The pink snow is falling without you. The pink snow, pink snow, the pink snow, pink snow, the pink snow. The pink snow is falling. The pink snow is falling without you. Sakura drift, oh Sakura drift. The pink snow, Sakura drift. The pink snow is falling. The pink snow is falling. The pink snow is falling. The pink snow is falling without the cold with you. The pink snow. The pink.
Behind the wall of the granite and pine, where the light of the sun is a golden line, a quiet valley hidden and deep, where the spirits of the nature quietly sleep. No road of the stone, no road of the steel, just the honest grass that the wanderers feel. Quiet valley and an echoing silence, away from the world and its heavy violence. A harbor of green, a harbor of light, keeping the world far out of my sight. The echoes are long and the echoes are sweet, making the life of the forest complete. I'll go to the ridge and I'll listen for the sound of the most beautiful music I finally found. A conversation of the rock and the air, in a sanctuary that is everywhere. Everything's simple and everything's true, in a vision of nature that is always new. A milestone of spirit, a vision of grace, in the valley's old and eternal space. Quiet valley in an echoing silence, away from the world and its heavy violence. A harbor of green, a harbor of light, keeping the world far out of my sight. Echoing silence, quiet valley, far from the noise of the city alley. The water has washed them for 1,000 years, holding the laughter and holding the tears. Round and grey, polished and bright, reflecting the sky and reflecting the light. They do not move, they do not change, in the forest's wide and eternal range. River stones and the smooth memories, watching the flow of the century. Solid and silent, patient and strong, this is where the eternity belongs. I'll pick up a stone and I'll feel the time, in a world that is simple, in a world that is prime. It's a story of patience, a story of grace, on the valley's quiet and waking face. The current is fast, but the stone is at rest, finding the truth on the river's breast. are but ripples on a great big stream, living the life of a beautiful dream. But the stone remains honest, and the stone remains true, in a world that is old, in a world that is new. River stones and the smooth memories, watching the flow of the centuries. Solid and silent, patient and strong, this is where the eternity belongs. Smooth memories, river stones, a piece that the universe always owns. From the deep dark soil to the highest peak, nature has found the voice to speak. A universal harmony, steady and deep, through the waking world and the world of sleep. Everything's connected, everything's one, under the light of the morning star sun. Sacred earth and a universal harmony, this is where we all truly belong to be. Connected by life and connected by light, in the victory of the morning over the night. The river is the rhythm, the wind is a tune, under the light of the sun and the moon. We are but ripples on a great big stream, living the life of a beautiful dream. I walk in the rhythm, I walk in the flow, watching how the spirits and the seasons go. The most beautiful journey that I've ever seen. A harbor of peace, a harbor of grace, on the planet's old and eternal face. Sacred to be connected by life and connected by life. In the victory of the morning over the night, universal harmony, sacred earth, the forest is our soul's eternal birth. The sun has gone down and the birds are still under the shadow of the pine-covered hill. The white queen is rising, silver and bright, in the middle of the velvet summer night. A night lantern for the world below, under the weight of eternal glow. Silver moon and a night lantern, following the sky's eternal pattern. The wind and soft is the glow, watching how the stars and the seasons go. Our shadows in the milky light, guiding the spirits through the night. I'll walk through the meadow of the silver moon, lulled by the rhythm of the nighttime tune. The world is a mystery, still under the light of the morning stars will. The owls are waking in the hollow tree, singing a song of the things we cannot see. A dream of the white and a dream of the gray, until the stars are taken by the day. Silver moon and a nightlight turn, following the sky's eternal pattern. Cool is the wind and soft is the glow, watching how the stars and the seasons is breaking to a primrose hue, waking the world with a morning that's new. Then from the oak and then from the pine, a new little voice begins to line the morning chorus, sweet and so clear, the most musical sound that I can hear. Singing birds in a morning chorus, nature is doing its best for us. Everything's fresh and everything's bright in the victory of the morning over the night. The robin is calling, the sparrow is high under the dome of the open sky. A symphony written in the wood and the light, banishing every shadow of the night. I listen to the whistle, I listen to the hum, as the hours of the morning slowly come. Every note is a promise, every note is a grace on the valley's quiet and waking face, teaching the world how to move and be free in a way that is magic for you and for me. Singing birds and a morning chorus, nature is doing its best for us. Everything's fresh and everything's bright in the victory of the morning over the night. Morning chorus, singing birds. Nature has no need for words. The sun has gone down and the lights are out, without a worry and without a doubt. A map of the infinite, silver and bright, in the middle of the velvet summer night. The galaxy flows like a river of fire, raising the whole of the spirit much higher. Starry canopy in a velvet universe, and in the silence and ending the curse, under the weight of the eternal glow. The Milky Way is a ribbon of gold in a story of time that is never old. I am a speck of the dust and the bone in a kingdom that the stars have always known. A vision of greatness, a vision of grace on the planet's quiet and waking face. The owls are watching from the cedar tree, singing a song of the things we cannot see. Everything's connected, everything's one under the light of the morning star's sun. Starry canopy in a velvet universe, ending the silence and ending the curse. Small are the worries of the world below, under the weight of the eternal glow. Velvet universe, starry canopy, lost in the forest, this quiet company. The sun is dipping to the edge of the hill, and the world is growing perfectly still. The light is a honey, thick and warm, after the passing of the afternoon storm. An amber veil on the emerald floor, stretching away from the cabin door. Sunset glow in an amber veil, watching the light as it starts to fail. The day is leaving with a graceful bow in the middle of the here
for the end of the day, as the pink and the orange drift slowly away. A transition of color, a vision of grace on the mountain's old and weary face. Sunset glow in an amber veil, watching the light as it starts to fail. The day is leaving with a graceful bow in the middle of the here and the middle of the now. Amber veil starts to glow, watching the light as it starts to go.
Deep in the brown, deep in the dark, leaving a strong and a lasting mark. The roots are a web in the heavy clay, holding the giants in a ribbon sway. They do not hurry, they do not tire, fueling the forest emerald fire. Timeless roots in the earth's grip, safe from the storm and the winter's trip. Solid and steady, ancient and wise, under the dome of the eternal sky. Drinking the slow and drinking the deep, where the secrets of the sanctuary sleep. A bond with the soil that never can break, for the beauty and the balance sake. I walk on the moors and I'll feel the strength of the forest wide and eternal land. Fastened so well in the kingdom where the silence and patience dwell. A foundation of grace, a foundation of life, away from the struggle and away from the strife. Timeless roots in the earth's grip, safe from the storm and the winter's trip. Solid and steady, ancient and wise, under the dome of the eternal strife. Timeless roots timeless roots, nature's own, and nature's fruits.
Bright of the north is finally gone, replaced by the breath of a golden dawn. A warm zephyr traveling over the plain, telling the flowers to wake up again. It carries the scent of the southern sea and the promise of all that is meant to be. Oh, warm zephyr, south wind blow, washing away the last of the snow. Whisper the secrets of the coming heat, making the life of the forest complete. The leaves are turning their faces to you, under a sky of a brilliant blue. Ruffle the fur of the waking bear in the soft and the sweet, in the springtime air. I'll open my window and let you in, to clear out the dust where the winter has been. Washing away the last of the snow. Whisper the secrets of the coming heat, making the life of the forest complete. South wind, warm zephyr, lighter than a floating feather. The needles are soft and the needles are green, the most musical forest that I've ever seen. The wind is a finger that brushes the bough in the middle of the here, in the middle of the now, whispering sound, a rhythmic sigh under the dome of the open sky. Whispering pines and the nature's wind chimes, singing the stories of the ancient times. Soft is the music and slow is the sway, chasing the shadows of the road away. scent of the resin is thick in the air, floating in the silence that is everywhere. I'll lean my back on the pillar of gray, watching the worries of the world drift away. A symphony written in the wood and the light, in the victory of the morning over the night. Every tree is a singer, every branch is a note in the beautiful letter that the nature wrote. A connection of sound, a connection of grace in the forest, warm and hidden space. Whispering pines and the nature's wind chimes, singing the stories of the ancient times. Soft is the music and slow is the sway, chasing the shadows of the roadway. Wind chimes, whispering pines, where the spirit of the valley shines. Long green fingers touching the lake, waking the ripples for the morning's sake. The willow is dancing in a slow motion grace, hiding the shore in a leafy embrace. It's a curtain of emerald, a veil of the light, keeping the secrets of the forest inside. Oh, willows sway in the morning breeze, the most graceful of all the trees, dipping your hair in the cool of the flow, watching the world as the seasons go. The birds find a home in your swaying arms, protected from all of the valley's alarms. when the willow is standing so proud and so tall. Nothing in the woods is certain.